4.7 million years ago, the earth was a place of constant danger. The air was heavy with heat, the ground dry and cracked, and water was scarce. This was a world still shaping itself, a world that forced every creature to fight for survival. Among the many animals that roamed this land, a new kind of being was emerging: early humans. They were not yet fully like us, but not entirely ape either. Their faces were strong and rugged, their bodies muscular and covered in hair, built for endurance. They stood upright, carrying simple sticks in their hands as they walked the endless deserts and grasslands. Life for these early humans was brutally simple: survive another day. There were no houses, no tools of comfort, no fire to drive away the darkness. Each day began with the same struggle: the search for food and water. Hunger was their constant companion. They searched the barren land for roots, berries, and anything edible. Often, they scavenged the remains of animal kills left behind by larger predators. A scrap of meat, a broken bone filled with marrow. These small victories could mean the difference between life and death. But finding food was never without risk. To reach a carcass often meant facing the sharp teeth of saber-toothed cats, giant hyenas, or packs of wild dogs. These predators ruled the land, and early humans were far from the top of the food chain. A single misstep could end in a swift, violent death. Still, they adapted. They learned to move quietly, to watch the land carefully before approaching. Their wooden sticks were crude, but they gave a sense of safety, a way to keep predators at bay, at least for a moment. Water was another endless struggle. Rivers and lakes were rare, and when they found them, they were never alone. Crocodiles lurked beneath the surface, and larger animals claimed the best spots. For early humans, drinking water often meant waiting, watching, and taking the risk when no predator was near. The climate was harsh. The sun beat down mercilessly in the day, and nights were cold and dangerous. There was no fire yet to provide warmth or protection. When the sun fell, the darkness brought fear. Every sound in the night, a rustling in the grass, a distant roar could be a threat. Despite all this, they survived. They traveled in small groups, protecting one another. The young were carried, hidden, and defended with desperate strength. Every member of the group mattered, for in the prehistoric world, unity was survival. Their days were filled with walking, always moving forward, searching for new land, new resources, and new hope. Their eyes scanned the horizon constantly, aware that at any moment danger could appear. Predators shaped their world. Saber-toothed cats with long, curved fangs stalked the grasslands. Enormous hyenas, much larger than any alive today, hunted in packs. Even giant birds, capable of killing with powerful beaks, roamed the skies. Early humans lived in the shadows of these deadly creatures, always prey, rarely hunter. But even in their struggle, small steps of progress began. Sticks became weapons, stones became tools, and slowly the path toward a more human life took shape. These tiny sparks of intelligence were the only advantage early humans had, and it was enough to keep them alive. At the end of each exhausting day, they rested where they could: a flat rock, a shaded cliff, or a hollow in the ground became their shelter. They sat together, weary and silent, staring into the vast wilderness that stretched endlessly around them. The weight of survival pressed heavily on their shoulders. And yet, despite the hunger, Despite the predators, despite the harsh world that seemed determined to crush them, they endured. Each sunrise was a victory. Each night survived was a step closer to the future. 4.7 million years ago, survival was not guaranteed. It was earned with every step, every risk, every ounce of strength. These early humans, fragile yet resilient, carried the spark of what would one day become us. Their struggle was the foundation of humanity. Their survival was the beginning of our story.